Hey y'all, welcome back to Real Raw and Sweet Tarot. If you are new here, welcome. If you are a returning member to the Soul Tribe, welcome back. And Gemini, this is your reading. I made a public announcement already. If you have not seen it, you will see it if you go to my page. I had to take a week off due to the passing of my best friend, my heart outside of my body. But nevertheless, I am back now. I just needed to take time for myself. I hope you guys can understand that. And I appreciate the ones that have sent sympathy already. Yeah, I love y'all. And this is just a short message. Tell people you love them today. Just period. Like, even though that's something we always told each other. It's just still like, don't hold grudges or anything, or don't... if you feel distant from somebody that you wish you were talking to, I feel like you should just go and talk to them, because swear, another day is never promised. But let's me not get in my feelings. But yeah, we're going to spark off your reading with the intuition deck, but we are going to do the what lies beneath as well, because I am being drawn to it. So we're going to see what's being hidden from you at this time. We definitely did just have a full moon, a full buck moon actually. It was literally yesterday. Today is only Tuesday. And the buck moon was yesterday on Monday. So, you could look up the meanings of this moon, but it's a lot of challenging times. And Cancer season is the season of grief, which is crazy because I didn't even know that. And then this happens. You get what I'm saying? But nevertheless, some of you guys could be grieving at this time. This could be a death anniversary for some of you guys. You could have what is a Cancer in your life and their birthday is coming up. But nevertheless, let's spark off the reading. Already cleanse your energy, cleanse your space. So for Gemini, what do they need to know, see here? This family member isn't so trustworthy. What else for Gemini? What do they need to know, see here? This is your July reading. Tomorrow is July the 1st. Sex is sacred, treat it as such. Some of you guys may have been on some like friends with benefits or fling type of energy. That I feel like Spirit is trying to get through to you that sex really is sacred, so you should treat it as such, because if you have multiple soul ties with multiple people, that could start creating problems. What else for Gemini? What do they need to know, see here? Last shuffle. I know this one wanted to come, and I am going to take it. It just didn't fall. Okay. We have, you'll walk into new land soon. I love this. Some of you guys could be moving, or some of you guys could be going to like a new stage or a new phase of your life. So you could be walking into a new opportunity, a new job. You could be going or traveling somewhere that you've never been. Your inner magic is calling you. Sorry. Use it. So there could be a talent that you have, or some of you guys could be a tarot reader like me. You could be very spiritually tapped in, very connected to the divine. You could have a lot of gifts that you try to suppress or hide from the world, but it's time for you to start showing it. Okay? Living your truth, be who you're going to be. If you're a witch, be a witch. If you deal with herbs and you're a herbalist, be a herbalist. You get what I'm saying? Do what you want to do. Don't be afraid of what the world is going to say, or sometimes maybe you're like me. Because we are both air signs. I'm a Libra. And I tend to, sometimes I like to suppress things because I don't want people to feel like, oh, I know too much. Or, oh, this girl thinks she's psychic. Or this girl thinks, you know what I mean? Like, I just know what I know. And I know that I'm gifted. And I know that any gifts that I have come from the divine. So I have no choice but to use them. Why would you not want to use what you're gifted with? That's crazy. And 717 on the clock as I say that. And angel number 7 is connected to a new path of life. That's why you just got this card. You will walk into new land soon. Yeah, something is changing for you and going in your favor, because 7 is also the number of luck. That's not just like a little catchphrase. Oh, lucky number 7. No, it really is. And it's also about spiritual awakening. But last but not least, we have compass, stopwatch, clock. Anytime this card comes out, it makes me think somebody has a deadline. You have to get something finished by a certain amount of time, or it's like you're always feeling like your time is being rushed. I don't know why I keep seeing somebody being like, oh my God, okay, like I barely have time for myself. That's literally what I'm hearing. So some of you guys could always feel like your daily priorities, or so many people may need you in all areas of your life, or just whatever the case may be. You could be feeling like, damn, like, am I wasting my time, or am I running out of time? Like, I do so much for everybody else. When am I going to have time for myself? Let's see. What lies beneath for Gemini? for July. What lies beneath? What is hidden behind the shadows? What do they not know? Okay, that's popping out like popcorn. Some of you guys could be going to the movies. Some of you guys could live in a state where it rains a lot. I just feel like that's significant. Caution. First card out. Be careful come July. And I say this because sometimes your life always gives you two paths. And it's like, what road are you going to go down? And I feel like whenever this caution card comes out, it shows me somebody is either taking the wrong road in life, or they have to be cautious about where they go in life. The decisions they make that take them to the end. Already knowing the tea. Promiscuous. Knowing they fucked up. And then check yourself. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Wait. Okay. And then, yeah, like I said, check yourself. That's my check yourself before you wreck yourself card. Honestly, because maybe there is something that you're doing that you shouldn't be doing. But let's tap in and see who's who and what's what. What's caution here for Gemini? What's caution? Ace of Swords. Maybe you're getting some type of clarity about who you need to be careful around in your life, just period. Or the fact that, you know, I am headed down like a dangerous road if I keep on making the same decisions or choices that I'm making. This is already coming out to me as a, and we have check yourself too. This is coming out as like a self-awareness type of reading already. What else with the Ace of Swords? You're gaining some type of truth within yourself about your life. What else with the Ace of Swords? Ace of Swords for Gemini. Queen of Swords. Okay, Libra energy. There could be a Libra in your life that you are wanting to be in communication with, but at the same time, you feel like you have to be cautious. You have to watch how you speak to this person because they are... The Queen of Swords is somebody that's not afraid to tell you the truth. They're going to tell you like it is. They're going to be very raw with you. They're not going to sugarcoat shit. But at the same time, they're very receptive to what you have to say. Queen of Swords is a very good communicator. Also, the Queen of Swords coming out with the Ace of Swords, I feel like you may want to tell a Libra some type of truth about something, but you're scared and you feel like I have to be cautious when I come in and say this. So some of y'all do have a message to say, and if it's not you, reverse the roles. The Libra feels this way about you. They want to come in and give you some type of message and say something to you, but they're being cautious because if they really come in and tell you the truth, the real and the raw, just like of how they feel, they don't really know how the end game is going to turn out. Maybe that's what it is. What else with this Queen of Swords before we move on? You guys do have 5 cards, so I'm going to try to keep it short. Because y'all already know I could go all day on each card, but we're not going to do that. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody could be... recovering from something, or somebody could be in some type of need of help or assistance or something like that, and you know that, but you still want to be cautious and going and helping them or telling them the truth about like, listen, this is what I can do to help you, or I really would like to help you recover or something like that. I'm just getting something about recovery. Somebody needs to recover, and I feel like one person wants to reach out to the other, but they're scared. They need to be cautious in how they say what they say, how they approach the person, how they reach out. What's already known the tea? What's already known the tea? This might be your energy, Gemini. You might be like, I already know that this person wants to say something to me. Or I already know how this is going to go if I say something. Knight of Swords, yeah. I feel like you already know what's going on with this person, whatever they're recovering from or whatever they're trying to heal from with this 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like you've already heard, you've already seen, you already know what's going on. So now this is you being in this rushing in energy. Gemini, I feel like you want to reach out to somebody and say something because you know they're trying to heal or recover from something. What else with this Knight of Swords? Yeah, and this is like, I'm being bold. I'm taking action. The Knight of Swords is somebody that's rushing in. I'm taking action. I'm not thinking twice. I already know what's up. So here I am coming to say it. What else with the Knight of Swords? Coming to say what exactly? Oh my gosh. And then we have the 8 of Wands in the upright. Wait. 8 of Wands in the upright. Rushing energy. If this person was blocked or they had you blocked, you guys unblocked each other now. But this is fast track movement. Also, the 8 of Wands could be literal movement. You could be going to go see somebody in person, or this person could be going to go see you. 5 of Swords. You just don't want it to be a battle. You don't want to feel like I have to fight with you or I have to fight for you just to have this conversation. Or like I said, maybe some of you guys are seeing or trying to think, is it worth it? Is it worth it going to go reach out? What's promiscuous? What's promiscuous for Gemini? Oh, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody could be very, very codependent on other people for money, so they sleep around. Yeah, this person don't have a job as well, probably with this Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, because they're so codependent on other people for their money. They feel like that's just going to finance their whole life. What's Nine of Pentacles in the reverse? Who is this person? Pentacles could be Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. What's promiscuous? Chariot in the reverse, Cancer energy now. I feel like somebody is always stuck in a position of where they always have to rely on somebody or depend on somebody. And promiscuous here, obviously they have to sleep around with them to be able to depend on them. Yeah, Chariot in reverse, somebody was redirected away from you because that's just what they want to do. So if that's what you want to do, go do that and get away from Gemini. What else with the Chariot in reverse? That's also stagnant energy. Somebody that can't ever move forward. Somebody that doesn't ever really go towards their goals. What else with the Chariot in reverse? And that's why they're stuck doing the same shit they always do. Being promiscuous. Being a little hoe. A little side. I haven't said that word in years. Y'all remember when people used to call somebody a thought? I'd be like, a thought? What the fuck? I thought a thought was something we had in our brain. But anyways, in the Ace of Wands here, yeah, somebody could have been sleeping around and went and got pregnant. Now they have no choice but to sit their ass down. Yeah. 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 Oh my goodness. Let's check yourself. This is ridiculous. Yeah, you definitely have two different people in your energy. And one is out here sleeping with people for money. Trying to use everybody for all that they have. And then they end up getting pregnant. So they're not going to be able to keep that little train trolley going. Thinking they could just go from person to person to person, racking up all this money. And look, you got Judgment at the bottom of the deck. This is a major arcana, which is showing me this is your underlying energy of this person anyways. You've already been judging them like, yeah, I feel like they sleep around. There was so many multiple people. They probably don't even know their baby dad. And if it is a man, I feel like you're like, you've planted your seed in so many people. You probably have multiple kids and you probably don't even know them all. But didn't I also say that this was already starting off as a self-awareness reading? Judgment is also judgment within yourself. Why am I dealing with people in my life if they're out here doing this? Why do I feel so afraid, like I have to be cautious with how I speak to this Libra? What happened between you and this Libra? And if it's not a Libra, it could be another Gemini or an Aquarius. But yeah, I love that this card came out because it's just confirming what I said from the beginning of the reading. Let's check yourself. And Judgment. Hold on. Let's check yourself in Judgment. Two of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, I just feel like you feel frustrated, like you can't plan anything moving forward. What? Until you hear from these people or until you reach out? What is stopping you? I feel like you need to check yourself because whatever you plan, you always go back on it. You always like backtrack in some type of way. Oh, Three of Pentacles. Also, Three of Pentacles here is showing me that teamwork really does make the dream work sometimes. And I feel like I get it. A lot of you guys could be very independent, but sometimes you do need that team. Sometimes you do need those shoulders to lean on. And I feel like Spirit's also trying to remind you that. That's definitely why that's coming out with check yourself. Check yourself. Stop acting so independent like you don't need nobody to help you. You see how the woman, she's like down there painting on the van by herself. I feel like she's like, I don't need y'all help. I will do this whole van by myself. And they're kind of just standing there talking to each other like, bro, I have the can in my hand right here. I'm willing to help her. And then the other one's kind of just staring at her like, yeah, she's always like this. Do you get what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of you guys either refuse help or you have a hard time being a team player. And it's coming out raw as it is. What's knowing they fucked up? Knight of Wands. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. Damn, you have three people in your energies. There's a fire sign here that knows they fucked up because also, but to be honest, I really feel like that could be this person that was sleeping around and they got pregnant because Knight of Wands is somebody that's, I'm always excited to rush and explore the next new thing. How can I express myself differently with another person. I feel like somebody just loves to explore. This could also be somebody that like travels a lot. They can literally take trips just to sleep with people. And I feel like that's why it's coming out with known they fucked up. Yeah, you wanted to be so fucking adventurous to the point you ended up getting pregnant. Now there's no coming back. Or like I said, if it's a man, yeah, you wanted to be so free balling, you wanted to be so adventurous, and now you done got somebody pregnant. You have no choice but to settle down. Even if you're not going to be with that person, you're at least going to have to chill for a little bit. Like, they're about to bring a child into the world. You're going to have to be a dad. And if you don't, get put on child support. Make your life harder. I don't really care. But yeah, somebody knows they fucked up. Yeah. Too much of an adventurous spirit. Look, and then we have the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, this person could have been on dating apps. They were always constantly looking for, like, this could be whoever this person is. I feel like they like multiple nationalities. Like, this person is like, I gotta have an Asian person. I will also love to be with a Latina. Let me get a black girl. I need a white girl too. I feel like somebody is always constantly just like looking and fishing for the next new thing. Like, damn, just throw them in a pond. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. And then Queen of Pentacles. This is showing me a lot of you guys are very good within your money right now, but also you're very motivated. You're very driven. Some of you guys could have a side hustle, a little second thing going on, but the Queen of Pentacles is also mother energy. So some of you guys could be a mom. Some of you guys could be pregnant. The Ace of Wands is in the upright. And I feel like you're just really truly trying to build a foundation for yourself. And Judgment coming out with the Queen of Pentacles. Some of you guys could be having the judgment of like viewing yourself. What would I be like as a mother? That could be the judgment that's kicking in, that self-awareness that's kicking in. What am I like as a mom? And I feel like you are judging yourself in a good way though. Or even as a father. But Gemini, this was your reading. We're going to leave it at that. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. I send my love and light. And if you are grieving as well, like I am, I definitely send my peace to your spirit, and listen to frequency music because it's very, very underrated, but it actually does send to your brain waves, and it does actually relax you and keep you in a calm state. Also, the nape of the neck, which is the back of your neck, having an ice cube on it or just a cold compress in general actually also does something for your brain waves. Yeah, y'all, I'm a big nerd at heart for real. But anyways, like I said, I love y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.